here at Clicker Expo 2023 with my friend Jamie, who's gonna show us some awesome canine conditioning exercises that you can do with your dog. Hi everyone, I'm Laura from Doggy U, and I'm here today with my friend Jamie Popper, who's a certified canine fitness trainer, and she's going to be showing us a couple of fun exercises to do with your dog to help with your canine conditioning. All right, you ready to get started, Peek?
Today, I'm going to be showing you 3 different exercises you can do with your dog to help them build balance, agility, and strength. Today, we'll be using the Propel Air platforms, which is a piece of canine fitness equipment that you add air to, and the dogs have to balance on it as they are doing these exercises. We'll want to start by teaching our dogs how to do it on the flat before we ask them to do it up on the Propel Air platforms. If you need to get some Propel Air platforms, you can check out the link below and you'll be able to find all of the information about it. So these 3 skills that we'll be teaching are all about how to build balance, agility, and strength, working on some of that confidence building with your dog so that they can navigate unstable surfaces, different textures underneath their paws, while also building that agility. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, I have Peek here, my Australian Coolie, and one of the things I want to show is how to utilize a nose touch for getting our dogs up onto equipment, using it for asking our dogs to do weight shifts when they are on the balance equipment, and then finally how to use a nose touch to get our dogs off of the equipment. So to start, just a quick refresher, our nose touch is you put your hand out to the side. When your dog touches their nose to your hand, you're gonna mark and reward. Ready? Touch. Yes, good girl. Mark and reward for that. And now what I want to do is just make sure that she is able to follow that hand in different directions on the floor. So touch, yes, good girl. Before I introduce the equipment. Touch. So now she's having to travel to get there. Touch. Yes, good girl. And now what I'll do is start to ask her to do that nose touch to get her up onto the Propel Air platform, which is a piece of canine fitness equipment that's going to cause her to have to balance once she gets up there. And so I want to get her front feet up there, and then I'll show you a little bit more. Ready? So I'm going to toss a reset cookie. Go. Grab my equipment. Touch. So I'm asking for that nose touch to get her onto the equipment. Touch. So that she's not jumping onto it and I can kind of guide her onto the equipment the way that I want her to be up there. Now, once she's up on this piece of equipment, I can also use it to help challenge her balance by asking her to do nose touches side to side. So touch, 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 touch. Yeah, good girly. So having her do those nose touches side to side is going to be something that will help her, where her weight is shifting on the equipment based off of where that big old noggin is going to challenge where her balance is, and she'll have to adjust a little bit. Now, when I'm asking my dogs to get off of equipment, I can do a couple of different ways. I don't want them to spring off of the equipment because they could potentially send the equipment flying, they could fall or slip on the flooring. So I want to make sure that when they dismount off of the fitness equipment, that they do so with some grace or some tact or a little bit of control. So I'm going to ask her for that nose touch off to the side. Touch. Good. And then we're done with that. So using your nose touch to get your dog onto the equipment, using the nose touch to challenge your dog's balance, and then also using a nose touch to get off of the equipment is a great way to make sure that your dog is navigating the equipment safely.
Before we dive into the next step, if you like this video, make sure you boop that like button. Cool Whip, Jake, and I would be so grateful.
To get our dogs onto the equipment, we'll use our nose touch cue to help them get onto it in a controlled fashion. Then we're gonna ask for a nice sit, and we want nice heads up, really good and square. Good, we'll reinforce that. We're gonna tell them to stay, stay. And you can start off first just by walking a small arc around your dog. And as you see their head turning side to side and the equipment underneath them, that's exactly what we're looking for. And eventually we'll build up to walking all the way around our dog, reinforcing them there, and walking all the way around in the other direction. If your dog gets up, just go ahead and rework that sit-stay cue. Stay. Good. Yes, there are people out in the hallway. Very good, working through that distraction. Nice job. All right, and then nose touch to get off of the equipment. And you're ready to move on to the next exercise. Another great exercise you can work on with your dog is teaching them how to move from a standing position to laying down, and then moving back up into that standing position without moving any of their forepaws. So we really want them to be in that nice square stand before they lie down and then stand back up. And Peaky Pie has been working quite a bit doing some demonstrations, so she's a little tired back here, but let's see if we can't get her to show off a couple more skills. Are you ready? Let's go. So a nice square stand is what we're looking for. What I'm gonna ask her to do is move from that standing position into a down, hopefully without moving any of her paws. And I do that just by pushing my cookie into her. So she's standing, I'm gonna take my cookie at her nose, and the angle that I'm looking at is trying to aim from her nose at a diagonal angle towards her back paws. Now, of course, it's not going to get there, but that's kind of the angle that we're looking for. Find it. And that's how we're going to get that fold back down in a nice stand, nose towards her back toes, down, and then same angle from her nose up into that stand. Now, once your dog knows how to do that on the flat, you can increase the challenge by asking your dog to do it with their front paws up on a piece of balance equipment. Touch. Yes. All right, so with her paws up here, now I'm gonna ask for the same thing. Down, stand, down, stand. Good, very nice. And if your dog is super advanced, then you can ask them to do it on 2 pieces of equipment. So I'll set up 2 of our Propel Air platforms for her, ask her to put her rear feet on one and her front feet on another, and let's just move these a little closer together for you. Good, there we go. So front feet on one, rear feet on the other. Down, lie down, stand. Good. So she really has to control the equipment underneath her, engage her core and her top line. Lie down, stand, lie down, stand. Beautiful, good girly. Changing the orientation of the equipment can also change the balance challenge for the dog. So just notice how it rocks differently underneath her feet. That's gonna make this a little bit more difficult for her. Ready? Lie down, stand. Good. It rocks quite a bit more side to side. We'll do one more rep. Lie down, stand. Beautiful. You're so smart. You're so smart. So those are just 3 simple exercises you can do to help build your dog's balance, agility, and strength. And it's a great way to also help build some confidence in your dog, navigating different pieces of equipment and different textures, which can be great for pet dogs, service dogs, and sport dogs alike.
Thank you so much, Jamie, for spending time with us after a long day at the conference. It's been a long day. Peaky Pie, you too. Since this has been a big day for you, she's going to fall asleep while I'm scratching her right now. If you want to check out some of Jamie's social media, you can check it down in the description below. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell button so that you can get notified anytime a new video comes out. And you all have an awesome day and happy training.